Yo, what is going on? Life podcast. What is up? What is up? We back, man. And today it is episode 40, man. It is episode
Damn,
40, bro. Yeah, I know, man.
damn,
This is wild, bro. We're already at
40?
40. We did 40 episodes, Diddy. 40.
40? Dang,
40 freaking episodes. That's crazy to believe, bro. It's
that's
it's, it's
crazy.
super crazy to believe. Um,
Nah, that's crazy.
but how was it? How was your Wednesday, bro? How was it yesterday, man?
Damn. Oh man. Yesterday. Oh what? Yesterday was smooth, honestly. Um. Oh no. Yesterday. Whoa. Nah, yesterday we went. I was shopping all day, bruh. Yesterday we went grocery shopping. Get some food in the house and stuff. Spent like $400. Yeah, nah. Yesterday was long, OD long. But
That's what you had
grateful
to
to
do,
be able to
man.
be able to buy the food. You feel what I'm saying? To be able to have the food in the house and stuff. But yeah, nah, boy. The parents were real, boy. You got food at home.
Oh, bro. Hello.
You got food at home. But yeah, nah. Yesterday was pretty smooth. Calm day. Wednesday is always just those like refresh days. You feel what I'm saying? So yesterday was pretty good.
I like that.
Once a needed day. That's really it, bro. What about you, bro?
Ooh, bye. Man, my yesterday, bro. Yesterday was pretty good, bro. I actually got back hooping yesterday, so take my mind off a few things, man. I actually got back to hooping. I've recently been injured, so I haven't been able to like work out, hoop,
Mm.
and do things like that. I obviously could do push-ups and stuff, still stay active with
Yeah.
that, but like running and stuff, I couldn't run or nothing like that. I've been injured, so yesterday my knee was feeling better, so I hooped a little bit. Felt good, so at the end of the day, we just getting better, so that's all that matters.
Yep.
So yeah, um, and shoot, bro, going into today's questions, bro, can success become an addiction, bro? What do you think? Can success
Yes.
become an addiction? Okay.
Yes. I think that's how people sell their souls, right? Like the famous
Ooh.
artists, the big people. That's how they sell their souls. They do so much more to think they're gaining. A lot of the times, success becomes we 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 want to live our life for the media, right? So we want everything to be pitch perfect. And whenever you try to make everything pitch perfect, guess what you do? You become addicted. Think about like people who got OCD, right? Or I'm pretty sure OCD.
Yeah.
Um, their life has to be set in order, right? And if a person wants success, obtain success, what they do is they put their life set in order. And don't get me wrong, like that's good. Like you have your life set in order, but your life isn't supposed to like revolve around the success. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have to have a balance. Whenever you don't have a balance, success becomes addiction because you just fiend like you just want, and you don't want to be in that trap because if you're in that trap, like you know, you can be being led astray. That's how I look at it too. Because like a lot of times, the most successful people are the people who's furthest away from God. Like it's the truth
Yeah.
because they prioritize their success over God. You feel what I'm saying? So what about you, bro?
I agree, bro. Like, I feel like it's just how you prioritize, right? Like, and how you view success in general, because that really is what matters. Because if you think about it, success for us is what we do every day. You get what I'm saying? But success for other people is something that they're chasing. So I feel like if you're trying to chase success instead of understanding what success really is, you will find yourself getting addicted to that chase. You know what I'm saying? Getting addicted to chasing after success, or what your idea of success is. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest part. It becomes an addiction once you're chasing, like once you chasing something that's outside of yourself. You get what I'm saying? So anything that's outside of yourself that you're chasing then becomes something that's greater than God. You put it as an idol. So that's when it becomes an addiction. That's when it becomes a bad thing to do. Like, we're not saying don't chase success or don't become successful. We're saying you don't want to become addicted to trying to find success, trying to chase something that's away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is already within you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Success is already within you. You already are successful. You just have to look at it like that. You have to view it like that. If you don't view it like that, if you feel like you're not successful, you're going to find yourself chasing success all the time. And that's what these
Yep.
like he said, people that sell their souls, they're chasing that success. They're chasing that fame, that money, right? So they sell their soul, bro. They don't see what how they already are valued, right? Because these people are probably good people. Like these people that sell their souls, they're actually probably decent, good artists, good influencers, but all they had to do was realize it for themselves. They didn't even need to sell their soul. They could have kept their soul and still built the platform that they wanted. But they became so addicted to chasing something that's outside of themselves that it becomes an addiction. It becomes bad. It becomes negative. So that's what I had to say
Yeah.
about that.
You're not, and I think that's like a real big point, right? Because whenever you're chasing anything other than God, it becomes idolatry, right? And that's one of the biggest sins.
Right.
And a lot of the times, what we think, a person be successful, and et cetera, but they're chasing the success the whole time rather than chasing God, and understanding that like this life means nothing, or this life isn't
Right.
compared to nothing in the afterlife, right? And in the Quran, it says like this world is nothing but fleeting and enjoyment, like just momentarily enjoyment.
Right.
And so they think, oh, God bless me, God doing this, God doing me. And honestly and truthfully, like it might seem like that, but God can just be giving you as a test, right? God can just be giving you, and understanding and showing you that like I'm giving you all this to just show you that like I'm the one who's giving you it. But the whole time you're thinking, oh, I'm doing so good, I'm chasing it, this is me, my
Right.
effort, I'm working my ass off, and this and this and this. But it's like
Ooh.
it's all a test, right? And God can be obviously just giving you that to just like not literally lead you astray, but let you keep going on that route because you know God doesn't change the condition of people until they change the condition of themselves, right?
Oof.
So if you're telling yourself like that's Quran. Let me. The Quran tells us that God doesn't change the condition of people until they change the condition of themselves, right? So if you feel like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm grinding, God's gonna keep giving you and let you keep getting that feeling until you come to that memorization. Oh, God is giving me, right? If you don't ever come back to that memorization, guess what? You become addicted to the success. You're not addicted to the one who's giving you the success. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because that's the real difference. Like, yeah, it's good to it's good to be successful. Like we all, that's the goal, right? Like we don't want to just live on this world and not be able to explore God's nature or not be able to do all
Facts.
these things, right? But
Yeah.
it's like you want to chase the one who's giving you it, not chase the success. Because once you chase the success, guess what? You become lost. You have no real guidance, right? And you start to look up to people rather than looking up to God. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, like this question it's a question that's not talked about enough, honestly and truthfully, right? Because
That's facts.
like you said, I really agree. Like right now, in my heart, I'm successful. Like I'm 21. I got my own crib. I'm married. Like that's success, right?
Yeah.
and it's more to acquire, right? But I know who can only give it to me. I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna go bust my ass again. No, like uh, I'm here. I'm in the moment. I'm thankful, and the the biggest thing, right, with like addicted to success is a person who's addicted to success has no patience, right? They
Mm.
because they fiend off of the money. They fiend off of this and this,
They want the
and
instant
you
grab.
know they want the instant, right? And they have no patience, and patience is what success is, right? The more patient you are, the more wholesome you feel, the
Right.
more things come with it, and the more you learn, right? It's so much with patience. I think patience is the most important thing. But I got a question, like for this question, because I feel like it really has so many standpoints, right?
Talk to me.
So do you think like a person who chases success is they chase are they chasing the feeling or the actual like success? You feel what I'm saying? Is it a feeling or
Mm.
success or is it success they're chasing?
So I feel like when people are chasing after success, they know they want the thing, right? But it's like you want the thing, but it's when you get there, it's not going to be the thing. It's going to be how you feel. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're chasing the thing, but when you get there, all you get is the feelings. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that question. It really plays both, because it's like at first you're chasing, and then once you get it, that's when you feel fulfilled. But then you only feel that moment for a few moments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it becomes something like you have to figure out what's new. You got to figure out your purpose. Or most people, they get bored. What do? They OD. They do drugs because they don't know how to structure their life anymore after that. They've been trying to chase success, and once they got it, they realized it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. They've been chasing this thing until that feeling actually hit them. It's like, yeah, all you've been chasing was a feeling, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I do think you're chasing a feeling. If that's the answer to the question, I think you're chasing a feeling at the end of the day. Once it gets to like where you want to be and all that, it's the feeling. You're gonna feel it. You get what I'm saying? How you think? What about you?
I agree. I think a lot of times people are just chasing that feeling, right? Like people it's just how drugs is, right? Like, we only smoke to be high, right?
Yeah.
We don't ever smoke because we just want to smoke. We smoke because we want to be high, or we drink because we want to be out of our mind, right? And you know, we chase money to think that we have power. That's how I look at it, right? Like we think money is power. We think money is this and this and this, but honestly, it's not. And the reason I asked that question, because like it's not hard to feel something, right? Like it's so easy to just relax in your brain and say I'm an abundant person. Guess what? You feel abundant, and you feel what I'm saying. So I think what as humans, what we do is we need to see rather than just feel, right? Like the only way we feel is by seeing. But a person who doesn't chase, or a person who doesn't, et cetera, they can just feel, they can just be. And I bring that up to just say, like, to everyone, like, it's good to just like be in a moment, right? It's good to just take those 10 minutes, those 5 minutes break to yourself and just, come back to yourself, because whenever you come back to yourself, guess what? You feel who you are. And if you are a person who's abundant, if you are a person who's caring, if you are a person who's kind, you come back to that normal state, and you come back to that normal heart, you come back to that mindset. And if you're always in that feeling, if you're always in that mindset, if you're always in that thinking process, you're not ever chasing a feeling, because you are the feeling. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if people just like took like 2 or 3 minutes out their day to just relax their brain, to slow themselves down rather than speeding themselves up, you're always going to be a successful person. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're always going to be a rich person. You're always going to be an abundant person. And it doesn't take for you to see that. It just takes for you to feel that, because that's what you're chasing the whole time. So imagine if you just take time off, I'm abundant. Now, guess what? You have a feeling of being abundant.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree, bro. And I had something like similar just happened. Like literally before we hopped on this podcast, we had like, I was like 8:04, it was 7:56, bro. I literally walked outside to take 2 minutes just to breathe, look at the sky, and just think like this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's little moments like that help you just stay grounded with who you are. And I like that they brought that up, because literally that's something that I just did, because to allow me to stay grounded, because I was just streaming and stuff, so I was moving fast. Oh my god, I gotta think about my podcast, moving fast. It's like, let me slow down, let me take a minute to be patient, let me go outside, let me breathe real quick. And that's all I did, breathe. Like 2 minutes, literally I was outside for 2 minutes, bro. And that just allows you to come back to yourself, realize that you're rushing things, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You're rushing things like we was talking about for success. You chase success. You're rushing it. You want that feeling. You want that instant gratification. But once you get there, it's not gonna be what you expect. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, just be patient. Just take your time. Understand that God is guiding you. And I like that they brought it up earlier, that if you don't have God in your life, it's hard to have that guidance. It's hard to have that like faith in somebody else above you. You know what I'm saying? To allow you to feel successful in the right now. Because I feel successful because God woke me up. You get what I'm saying? That's success to me. So a lot of people, you view it differently. It's like if you keep chasing it, and you're not chasing God, it's hard to see how much God has already made you successful. It's hard to see what He blessed you with. It's hard to see what all that He has done for you if you're always chasing this feeling. You're always chasing something that's outside of yourself. And once you come back to God, you realize like, okay, He's already blessed me with things. I'm already successful. All I had to do was just be patient and just thank Him. We think like working hard, it means you're going to be successful. Yes, it's okay to work hard, but you don't need to drain yourself working hard. You don't need to overdo yourself working hard, because that was never the goal on earth. You know what I'm saying? The goal was for us to create the world. You get what I'm saying? Like God, yes, He put us here, but He wanted us to create the things on earth, right? Like look around you, it's all types of creation. Everything was made from a different person. You get what I'm saying? So, and it took time. But they had to think about, they had to be with themselves. They had to come to themselves to think about these ideas. It had to come from somewhere, right? It had to come from somewhere. It had to come to God. And these are all the things that you see around you is businesses that have grown. People that are successful now off the little things that are in your house. Like I got a sponge right here. This probably made somebody $1 million. It's a sponge. Like it's something so simple, but it made somebody money because they had that vision. You know what I'm saying? And you only get that vision when God gives you that vision. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So
yeah, and I'm happy you said that, right? Because that's really what it is. Like a lot of the time, success is just like having a vision, right? Because all it takes is one good thought, one good moment, one good feeling of certainty, right? One good understanding that can happen. And you know, you made a real good point, right? Like we're placed on earth, yes, to create, but the only way we create is by asking the creator to help us, right? And how can I create if I don't know who my creator is? Or how can I create if I want to do it by myself? Or how can I create without knowing who's the one who's going to create it for me? You feel what I'm saying? It's so much deeper, rather than saying, oh, I'm gonna just work my ass, I'm gonna bust my ass, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. No, like give time to yourself and have gratitude to the creator, right? And then once you have gratitude for the creator, guess what? He's gonna bless you for being thankful. He's gonna give you the mindset, he's gonna give you the heart, he's gonna give you all these things. And you may like the biggest point is like, you know, we're placed on earth to just pray, right? Like think about it. If the more you pray, the more things happen for you. So if you want to be a billionaire, you pray to God to be a billionaire, and then God's going to give you a billionaire mindset, right? And then once He give you the billionaire mindset and give you a billionaire idea, you go create that, right? But the whole time, He's the one who created the thought for you from the first place to start off with, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to go on ChatGPT, or I'm going to go on TikTok, or I'm going to go on all these things, rather than just going to the one who's going to give you the guidance, rather than going to the one who's going to give you the idea, right? Who's going to give you the spark. And I think like the most important thing with all of this is, in my honest opinion, we so distracted by the devil, right? Because like even though we get these things, like, you know, we got TikTok, we got ChatGPT, and you know, we got all these resources as tools, we go to the devil first rather than going to God, right? Like, and I'm not saying, oh, don't go to ChatGPT, don't go to TikTok. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying go to God first and let God guide you, right? Rather than just trying to do everything on your own will. Because once you do it on your own will, guess what? You start to speed yourself up. You start to get anxiety. You start to overrank. You start not to trust the process no more, right? Because you have no true guidance. So I think, in my honest opinion, like, you know, we have all these tools, and you know, God gave us all these tools, right? God gave us God placed someone on earth to create these things. So why not go to the creator on how to use His creation? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why delay myself on trying to just figure it out on my own when I can just go to the person who created it for me, right? Yeah. Or the creator. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really just like the success is really prayer, right? The success is really remembering who created you. The success is really just understanding, like, you're here for a short time. That's another thing too, right? Like when we die, you know, and you know, if we go to heaven or not, we don't know. Like, that's forever. Like the Quran, the Bible tells you, like, you know, the afterlife is eternal. This life is little. So what is success to a person? You know what I'm saying? What is success to you? That's what you can always ask yourself. Like, what is success? Once you ask yourself what is success, then the question after that is like, am I addicted to the success? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I like that, man. I like that. You got any more questions on that?
No, not really.
Nah. All right, bet. I'm gonna get into the next topic, man. Question, bro. It says, what does protecting your peace actually mean? What does that actually mean? To protect your
Whew.
peace. This a deep one right
Protecting
here.
it's deep
This could
because
go many different ways.
yeah, protecting your peace goes so far. Like you can protect your peace by closing yourself off. You can protect your peace by just like not entertaining.
What does it
There's
mean
so
to
many ways to
you?
protect. Yeah, but protecting your peace to me is man, damn, this is so me. I protect my peace by not invoking myself in conversations that I don't need to be into. Right. I
Ooh.
protect my peace by like no by being aware of the conversation before the conversation happens, right? Or being around the right people. I protect my peace by surrounding myself with good and virtuous speech, and the way I do that is by I control the conversation, and I don't say it like cockily, humbly, or like I say it very humbly. Like whenever I'm talking to someone, I want the conversation to just only be about good and virtuous speech, right? Like I can be with like my homeboys, right, and they're single and they want to talk about hoes, but they know not to talk about that around me, right? Like I'm gonna control the conversation, like yo, bro, like what'd you do today, or what's your goals and like what's the next plans like, right? Like I control the pace of the conversation. Like I protect my peace by not letting people just let's go smoke or let's go do this. Nah, like we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about, but in a way that's good for you. And it's not like I'm saying like I'm pushy or anything like that. It's just how I protect my peace because not everyone is going to have the mindset I have. Not everyone is going to want to have the conversation I have. And the only way to really protect your peace is by like setting a standard, right? I protect my peace by having
Ooh.
a standard for myself.
Yeah.
A lot of that's like one of those like peak pieces, right? It's hard it's hard to like explain that because if a person who like sets a standard for anything or a conversation or in life, it like you have to have like peace. Like you don't want that peace to be disrupted at all. Like it can be so simple as like I can be scrolling on social media and if I don't see something, I will unfollow that person. And you can be my closest friend, right? You can be my home, but nah, bro. Like my peace is grounded. I came too far to ruin it. I literally said this to my home a guy today, like like I built myself too far to let myself be broken, right? Like I learned too much. God taught me too much. God showed me too much for me to just be disrupted. And I don't want that. So like the way I protect my peace is by like having a standard, right? I like that question. What about you, bro?
I agree, bro. Like that's the like having a standard is kind of how I have my peace, bro. I just protect it as in like I don't allow myself to, like you said, bro, do the things that I used to do, and that for me was a lot of chaos, bro. Being around a lot of people, understanding like I always been a person to read energy, but I never been the type to protect my own. You get what I'm saying? So I've always been the type to like want to help somebody else out, want to bring somebody else in to help them out about, what I'm saying? And I'm doing that allowed me to drain my own energy by trying to forcefully help other people, forcefully put a hand out. And I had to really come to myself, and once I started learning about myself is when I really started to find that peace, and I started protecting it more by adding boundaries around it. You get what I'm saying? So I had to first unlearn everything that I used to know, or what I thought was peace at first. Like at first I'm thinking peace was being around friends and females and all this, and that wasn't peace. You get what I'm saying? Because that made me feel the most drained. Once I got back home by myself, I felt drained. So I don't allow myself to be around certain people no more. Like they said, you separate yourself from, you know who you can and can't talk to. You know who you should go by or go next to and talk to, and you know who you shouldn't. Like if I have somebody that is around me and they I know they're not good for me, I'm not gonna sit there and talk to them. I'm not gonna sit there and be by them. Yeah, maybe we might have a convo, but I ain't gonna sit there and just hang around them the whole time knowing that they're not good for me. You get what I'm saying? So I think like the biggest thing for protecting my peace is just like he said, bro, setting boundaries, bro, because that's the only way to like not have people dig into what you got going on. And I feel like another thing is just you stop caring. I feel like you find peace once you stop caring about everything that's on this world. I stopped caring about how life is gonna turn out for me in front of my eyes, because I know that there's a better life after. You get what I'm saying? So I don't stress about nothing that's going on here. If something bad happens, I'm not stressing about it. I know there's good coming. You get what I'm saying? So I know that at the end of the day, I know that my goal is to try to make it to heaven every day. Why would I can't let nothing else ruin my peace, bro. At the end of the day, if I let something ruin my peace, I'm letting negative energy in, and I'm a positive person. I can't let that in. You know what I'm saying? Those little boundaries like that, like if somebody's being negative, you can't allow them to keep talking negative. Like I had a dude a few days ago. I was chatting with him, and he only remembered me from my past. You get what I'm saying? So he's talking about things I used to do, and it's kind of throwing me off because it's like I feel my own energy shifting because it's like, bro, that's not who I am anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're talking about what I used to do, who I was years and years ago, and it's like, bro, I'm a whole different person now. So it kind of like little things like that let you see, like even your hometown, people in your own hometown will only know you for what you used to do, and they'll try to get you back to that, or they'll try to tell you about yourself so that you can turn back to it. Oh, like damn, you used to do this, you used to do that, you used to do this. Like, yeah, I used to. I don't do it no more. I'm changed now. So I feel like even moments like that, you need to protect your peace. So remove yourself. Like I had to remove myself from being around that person because they're gonna keep talking about old things. They're gonna keep talking about old things, and like they said, you control your convos. Like when people's talking about females, I don't want to sit here and talk about hoes all day. Like I don't care, bro. I don't care no more. You feel me? Like that was cool in high school. Like I thought it was cool in high school, whatever. But we grown now and we got things to do. We can't sit here and talk about hoes all day. That ain't getting me to where I want to be tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So I think I agree with you. Like, bro, just set boundaries and have that standard for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I feel like another thing that you can't look at is just setting standards for yourself that you can achieve, so other people can achieve it too. Don't set a goal or a boundary outside of yourself that you couldn't even achieve yourself. So if you telling somebody, nah, don't come around me, you're being negative, and you go around somebody else and start being negative, it doesn't work. It's you know what I'm saying? So you have to set boundaries that you can also control, that you can also do. So if you tell somebody, oh, I don't want you around me because you're being negative, so when you get around somebody else, you be positive, you be more positive, or even around that person, be more positive. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed into the negative. So I think that's how you protect your pieces, is like really understanding that nothing here on earth matters except for going upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Being with the men upstairs. But
Yeah,
that's
for
me.
sure. And another thing I think that's really important, right, when it comes to protecting your peace, is what you post on social media, right?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think social media has like a big impact now on people's peace, because let's say, for instance, like they post something and somebody judges them, right, and they feel like their peace is disrupted or their peace is ruined. So it's like, whatever you post on social media, you can't have no emotion behind it, right? You can't be attached to the post, because not everyone is going to see the post how you see the post. Like, not everyone is going to understand why you're posting, or not everyone is going to understand that, like, you know, this is who you are, right? And anyone who like attaches themselves to the post, or anyone who attaches themselves to, like, social media, their piece is going to be easily disrupted, because just how social media, it fluctuates, right? You have one post that gets a lot of likes, one post that gets a little likes, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to be moved, your emotions, your piece is going to be moved off those likes, right? Like, you're going to be so at peace if your post get 10K likes, but you're going to be so disrupted when your post get 100 likes. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't want to attach yourself to social media, because if you do that, you, you you're not grounded, right? You don't have no real true peace, because your peace is off of results of something else, and peace can't be results of something else. Peace has to just be within you, right? Peace just
Facts.
always has to be constant. Peace is constant. Peace doesn't have an attachment to it. Peace is just who you are. And a big point that you said, that I think that that's really important, is just like, you have to have a standard that's like achievable, right? Because if you have a standard that's achievable, you're able to surround yourself around those people, right? And then,
Yeah.
me, how I am, I like having friendly competition, right? Like, if I see your standard is at that point, like, you got like a peak peace, I want to be able to experience that peace. I want to be able to get to that level of peace, And if I get to that level of peace, I understand that I can go a level higher. And if I get to that peace of mind, oh, I can go a level higher. Guess what? Now you want to get to a level higher. What are we doing? We're having friendly competition, but it's like
It's
we're
benefit.
just building each other peace. We're bettering each other, right? We keep unlocking levels with each other. And so that's why it's real important to like, surround yourself with winners. I think we talked about this on a podcast like a couple of days ago. If you hang with two millionaires, you're bound to be the third millionaire, right?
Yeah.
So if you hang with people who's full at peace and unbothered, you become full at peace and unbothered. You feel what I'm saying? So I think when it comes to peace, it's really just you got to be inspired, right? Like that's the truth. Like you have to be inspired or you got to be motivated to be, you know, at peace. Like because once you find that peace, you don't want to let that feeling go, right?
Yeah.
Like you're always gonna remember, oh, whoa, I'm not comfortable. Like how you said, that was a perfect example, right? Like, people's gonna bring up their past, people gonna try to like, bring you down by using moments where you were in that peace, where you were lost, where you were doing the wrong things, and they're gonna attack you, and you might get out your element, you might get out your mode, but you're gonna understand what peace feels like, and you're gonna automatically jump back to that peace, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
So that's
And
really
I
what it is.
agree,
True,
bro.
yes.
And I would like to add, I agree. And a main thing that you talked about, was social media. And I feel like, you talked about posting, but also, scrolling, right? Like just having
Mhm.
social media and just being on your phone, like your phone just being that distraction won't allow you to be at peace, because if something happens on the media, you instantly get mad about it, or you get sad. Like the media controls your emotion, and if you let the media control your emotion, you can't be at peace. Because if you see a post about, like, I know somebody that posts about politics stuff that happens on the media, like, why, that has nothing to do with anything you have going on, but it's like it's disturbing their peace, because that's all they can think about is what's going on with politics and stuff like that, instead of just enjoying their actual life. And I feel like I found the most peace just putting down my phone. That's really what protects my
Mhm.
peace, is just not having my
Yeah.
phone in my presence. To be real, like I can go
Mhm.
away from my house and leave my phone at home, and I could be out for hours and I wouldn't care. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that type of peace is where you want to be at. That's the type of protecting your peace that you want to be at, to where it's like, okay, I don't need my phone, because most of the time we don't have peace right now because of our phones. 99% of people don't have peace because of their phones. They're always picking up their phone. They're always looking to see who texts them. They're seeing who likes their video, comments on their video. They're looking at the next person make a video. They're looking at somebody famous make a video. So I'm saying all this. This is stuff that people just do day in and day out. They never get that
Yeah.
time to themselves. So it's like
Mhm.
you can't actually find peace if all you're doing is scrolling on the media, all you're doing is watching TV, all you're doing is doing other things besides finding yourself, besides being in your own presence. Like they saying at the beginning, can you sit outside for 5 to 10 minutes sitting in your own presence without no phone? You know what I'm saying? Can you talk to God for 10-15 minutes? And I remember Dede was telling me earlier, like long time ago, that we should be minimum spending about like 15 minutes with God every day. Some people don't even get that time alone with themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like, how are you gonna spend that time with God also? You get what I'm saying? So it's like you have to you have to destroy distractions so that you can find that peace. That peace is gonna pop open between like whatever you're doing, but you have to allow yourself to find those moments to find peace. Because if you don't allow yourself to find those moments to find peace, you'll just keep moving on. You'll just keep moving. The world will just keep throwing you around in circles, and you'll just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Like you said, you'll never have that time to slow down and actually sit back and really think about the things that you want to do, how you want to become successful, and all those different things, because you never had that peace. You never protected your peace. Anytime somebody asks you to do something, oh, you trying to come to this club? All right, bro, let's go to this club. That's not protecting your peace. It's little things like that. Even you can separate yourself and not fall into what other people falling into. If you know you got a friend, all they want to do is club and hang out and stuff like that, when they come around, you know that's what they're gonna ask you. If they ask you that, how are you gonna protect your peace? Are you gonna say, I'll go. That's not protecting your peace. You're gonna end up drained. You're gonna end up with worse energy, right? But if you
Yeah.
would have just been like, nah, bro, it's good. That's protecting your peace. That's protecting your
Mhm.
peace. You're not feeding into the negative stuff that's about to go down. You already know if you go to the club, you're gonna be drunk. You're gonna be high, whatever the case may be. You're gonna be out your body. You're gonna be trying to mess with females, and these females not even good females. They wicked females. So it's like you just falling into like not being at peace. You're literally around people that's not even at peace. You get what I'm saying? Because if they're at peace, they wouldn't be around all this chaos. All the only thing that's in clubs and parties and all this is chaos. Be real,
Yeah.
like all of these clubs and stuff like not let me not say clubs, but parties and stuff like that. They get shut down. They get shot up. The cops come. Why? Because it's a bunch of chaos. It's a bunch of negative people trying to feed into the one negative. Like imagine like so much. Imagine like the devil just has his hands on everybody in one spot, literally. You get what I'm saying? So
That's what it
that's
is.
literally
Yeah.
how you gotta view it. So if you're somebody that's chasing God and you want to protect your peace, you can't feed into that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're just walking in the devil's door, open handedly. By the way, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I would add. And
Yeah.
you,
That's the truth. Yeah, honestly. I think it's so in my opinion, it's so easy to find peace, right? Like it's so easy to do right. Like we have more ways to do right than do wrong. The only way you can
facts.
do wrong is by searching to do wrong, right? Like it's it's so easy to do right. Like it's so like we and the thing is like we all know right from wrong, right? Like we all know that smoking is a sin. We all know that person is sin. We all know that drinking is sin. Like we all know the sins, right? But we willfully do the sins, and that's what makes it so like that's what makes like the like losing your peace so easy, right? Because you're willfully doing wrong.
Yeah,
But if you willfully do right, if you willfully avoid the sins, if you willfully do the right things, like you're going to be at peace. You're going to feel more good about yourself. You're going to be more of a better person because
facts.
you're doing good, and the only reward for goodness is
It's
goodness,
good.
like we always say, right? So like I think, in my personal opinion, when it comes to peace, peace can be very subtle. Like peace can just you can just like somebody say let's go to the club and you say no, that can be a moment of peace right there. Like your heart just comes
Yeah,
at ease.
because you're like,
It like
finally, okay,
it's like
cool.
that's literally what peace is. Like peace is just thank you. That that's it. Peace is just a moment of just
Yeah,
and just so imagine if you just like lived your life peacefully, right? If every moment, every situation came across, you just took a moment to say thank you, right? Like you're always at peace, and your peace can never really be disrupted because you're always going to be in a moment of gratitude.
ooh,
And
yeah,
and I think like it's so easy to like acquire that. Like, it's so easy to gain that feeling. All you have to do is just take a break from everything, right? And just think about how you woke up. Think about how your eyes open. Think about how you speak. Like, think about all the things that you don't think about. You feel what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
that's how you find peace. I feel like we think peace comes with money. We think peace comes with, females. We think peace comes with all of these things. But peace doesn't come like that. Like,
yeah,
peace comes with just waking up. Peace comes with just understanding like who woke you up.
yeah,
And like peace comes in so many unseen forms, but the unseen is real peace. I think that's how I really feel about it, right? Like a person
yeah,
who's so at peace doesn't have to see it, right? Doesn't have to just doesn't need it. A person who's at peace just be. They just be.
yeah.
Because once you just be, you're good. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree, bro. And I like that you said that. It's just about being, like, it's just who you is, right? Like, you just remembering who you are. Like, your peace is just remembering, okay, I know that if I want to be at peace, I know that I can't be around all these different type of people. Peace is just remembering, like, okay, I just need to be alone in this moment. Okay, boom, remember, okay, if I was at peace before I started clubbing, now okay, the clubs is what's keeping me away from my peace. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you just remembering, and it's all about just remembering who you are, just remembrance, and unlearning everything, right? Because somebody may tell you, bro, it's peaceful to just, I don't know, go smoke, right? But to you, that may not be peace. You get what I'm saying? Peaceful to you may just be going outside and journaling. Peace to you may
Yeah.
be going outside and just taking a fresh breather. There's like they said, there's all types of different forms of peace, and you got to figure out what it is that you like the most, right? What peace comes to you the easiest, and that's what we want in life, right? The easy. We want an easy life. So that's being at peace, is the easy life. You live in the easy life. Is when you try to live a hard life, you try to do too much in life to where it becomes not peaceful anymore, right? Because
Yeah.
it's very, like he said, it's very easy to be at peace because all you have to do is literally nothing. And just breathe. You get what I'm saying? But we
Breathe. Yeah.
want more things in our life, which is why we we unprotect our peace. We go out, we do this thing, we do that, do this, do that, go here, go there, instead of just protecting our peace and just realizing that we're all we need. We don't need nothing outside of us. You get what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And
Uh, yeah, I completely agree. Like we search for peace outside of ourselves, but peace is within us, right?
yep.
Like the only way for you to know who you are is by just being you and not searching for peace in everybody else.
Ooh,
'Cause that's really what it is. Like the way we think we got peace is by, oh, maybe if I go talk to this person can give me comfort, and then we can drink, we can smoke, and just chill. There's no peace. It's peace in a moment, but you want peace forever, right? You want peace long term. I think
yep.
I think that's the biggest difference, right? Like we fiend for peace for the moment
Mm,
rather than fiending for peace long term, right?
I like
Like
that.
we we want we think if we go to the club, our mind is released. Like we don't got to think about our problems. We don't got this. Like
Mm,
we think that is peace.
mm,
And if that's your peace for the moment, alhamdulillah, that's good. But think about when you go home. The thoughts are gonna come
come
back.
back. Yeah.
Everything's gonna run back in your brain, right? Like you going to the club, you drinking, you doing all these, you just losing your mind isn't really peace, right? Because you're not in your right thinking process right now. But once you get home, guess what? You're back in your right thinking process. So I think like the reason people do all these things is try to just take their mind off their problems. But you have to face your problems to become at peace, right? You have to understand what your problems are to understand, like, you know, God is going to handle it. And once you understand that, you're at peace. You can't handle your peace by liquor. You can't handle your peace by a blunt. You can't handle your peace by having sex, right? Like all it does is take your mind off of it and put your mind on the sinning that you're doing. And then
Yep.
once your mind is off that sinning, that pressure, the hardships are gonna come back harder. Because guess what? You just got you for females, you just got slutted out last night, and then now you got to go worry about a baby, or
Facts.
now you got to go worry about bills, right? So now you just stacking stuff on top of each other, rather than just trying to handle things the right way
That's
by just
facts.
facing it, by just handling taking care of your kid, or just by handling your bills and doing the right things. Because if you stack it, you're gonna handle one thing. Guess what? You back facing the same problem you put on top of one thing. You're just constantly stacking your problems rather than just like releasing and trying to attack your problems.
I like that, and that's facts, bro. We have a hard time of just letting go. You know what I'm saying? Releasing, like you said, releasing things, just letting go, letting God handle, everything else, bro. We ruin our own peace trying to force things, trying to hurry up and do things instead of just letting God handle everything, every little situation. We always trying to put our 2 cents in when we don't have to. We didn't even have to put a cent in. You get what I'm saying? All we had to do is just trust God and let Him handle everything. Like He said, let Him handle it. Let Him guide you to peace. And I feel like the one thing is to finding peace is just being aware, right? Like we have to be aware of everything so that we can be at peace. Because if you're not aware of the things around you, you will allow chaos to just freely walk into your life. You get what I'm saying? So being aware is like one of the highest forms of peace. You get what I'm saying? Because you being aware of everything, you being aware that, people might try to do this. People might try to get you to go back to your old ways. People might try to get you to go out to the parties and stuff like that. But you have to know with your awareness that, like, hey, it's not good for me. It's not going to help me. It's not going to protect me. So let me not do this thing. And that's why I say, like, having that awareness allows you to be at peace because you won't see like, how do I explain it, bro? You won't you won't fall into the negative stuff anymore because all you see is good. All you know is good. You know what's right and wrong because you're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of the things around you. And like he said, like you protecting your peace, you start to low key kind of gain confidence in yourself. You gain trust in yourself because you've been aware. You understand that, okay, if somebody got you to try to ask you to do something, you have that trust with yourself, that knowing that you're not gonna be a yes man for everything. You know you can trust yourself with not going with the bad route and taking the good route. So little things like that allow you to trust yourself, and now you can protect your peace. Now you can know what peace is for you, right? So if somebody trying to get you to go somewhere and you tell them no, the more you do that, the more you really gain trust for yourself, because you're like, okay, I trust myself to not go to these parties, not to be, doing dumb things anymore. And you start to love yourself more, because it's like you really start to understand, okay, I don't have to be a yes man to everybody. And you slowly start to love yourself, and then you start doing the things that you love doing, you like doing, you enjoy doing. And that's when you find peace, because you don't feed into anybody else no more. It's only what you built. You only worrying about what you built, the seeds you planted, right? At the end of the day, you're not gonna guard your neighbors. You're not gonna water your neighbor's flowers. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna plant your seed and water your own flowers. So you don't need to worry about the next man. You don't need to worry about anybody else. Just worry about what you have going on. Worry about your garden. You get what I'm saying? The farmer ain't gonna worry about the seed, right? The farmer gonna worry about his land. You get what I'm saying? So stay like know who you are, know where you're grounded, like know who your God is, right? That's the main thing. Know who your God is and stay grounded with that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want to say that too, because it's really important, right? Like once you start to water your own seeds and water your own plants and water all your things, guess what? Like people see that, right? People want to say, "Oh, why is his seed growing so beautiful? Why is his plants growing so nice?" And then people will come look and people will come see what you're doing, and people will understand, like, "Oh, like he's not sinning, he's not smoking, he's not partying, he's not clubbing, he's not doing all these wrong things." And then people are gonna fall in line with that, right?
yeah.
And so if people fall in line with that and you surround yourself with those people, guess what? Your peace can't be disrupted because they're moving how you move. And if you like a prayer that I pray, like I always pray, I say, God, guide me so I can guide others, right? Because I want to be a guide for other people. Because I want to show people that it's so much more to life than party, club, and smoking this and this and this. And so like the more I do, the better I get. The more closer I come to God, I can see people like, yo, bro, like, what's your advice on this? And I'm just being me. I'm not like, searching and trying my best to do that. I'm just being me, right? And so that's what peace is, because you don't have to change for other people. Other people are changing for you. And not literally, right? Not literally. Other people are trying to figure out, like, yo, bro, like, what made you switch your mindset? What made you do this? What made you do that?
Yeah.
And you're putting them in a better position rather than you putting yourself in a bad position, saying, "Oh, bro, how'd you get all these hoes? Oh, bro, what time you going to the club? Oh, bro, what time this?" Nah, like when you find that peace, you become a leader. You become someone that people like look up to. And if you're in that position, guess what? You're gonna want to keep elevating. You're gonna want to keep doing all the right things. You feel what I'm saying? And then you surround yourself with people who's at peace, and you're the ringleader, right? So that's why I think it's so important to, like, like I said earlier, we talked about it, like what you post on social media. Don't attach to it, but post things with the right meaning. Post things with purpose. Post things to show that possible change is possible.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think it's really important. Like, God, the more people you help, the more people you guide, God is going to bless you more abundantly, because He sees for your effort. And He sees that you guided people on the right route, right? And that's what He wants, right? God wants as many people to go to heaven as possible. So if you can, be peaceful and help people and show people that change is possible, do it. Like real life, do it.
That's facts, bro. I agree. That's like I feel like that's the biggest form of, like, even self-confidence, right? You understand that you're a help to others. I feel like, once you realize that you're a help to others, you kind of won't fall back into the old ways anymore. You
Yeah.
start to realize that
Mhm.
people are actually looking up to you. Like he said, people are watching you now. It's not about who you was when the door was closed anymore. It's like, who are you? Like they say before, who are you when everybody's watching, right? Because now it's people that are watching you. So it's like you have to keep protecting your peace and keep being a good person. Like you said, if you keep doing good, only good will come to you. Like if you won't,
Yeah.
if you do bad all the time, of course negative things are gonna come to you, and we see that with most negative people. The most people that are negative in your lives are probably the most people that go through the hardest things, and it's just from their mind. Is that mindset? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. We help others change their mindset. So it's I feel like it's a good thing to want to change other people, not in a way of changing them, but changing the way they think, changing the way they view
Mhm.
themselves, changing how they love themselves, right? That's the main goals at the end of the day, right? And you want to help them find God. Once you do all
Yeah.
those things, everything kind of just flows. Everything kind of just you're being a guidance, right? And you're also being guided by somebody, right? So that's the main thing, like knowing who's guiding you. Like he said, asking God to help you help others. That's a big thing. Like actually pray for that, because you will see that God will send things your way, opportunities your way, send certain situations so that you can learn from it. And it may be
Mhm.
things that you already learned that you just have to spread a message to help others with. Somebody may be going through the same thing you're going through, or something that you already been through, and you're their only help to getting to the next step. Like
Yeah.
I really started to lock in more with my content because somebody came to my stream and told me that, you know, I helped them get through stage 2 cancer. You get what I'm saying? So it's like little things like that that allows you to keep pushing, keep going, because it's like there's actually people out here that lives they're literally watching you on their kind of their deathbed, right? Because
Yeah.
anything could happen at any moment. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's just little things like that with, that I agree. Like you have to. And it's not that you have to. It's like you would want to do that for other people, help other people,
Yeah.
because now it's like you feel better as a person. You feel like you're doing something good. You're doing something positive, and that's what you want. You want to, fulfill God's will for you, right? Like if you know that God wants you to help others, do that to the best of your ability. Do that every day. Ask God to help you help others. You know what I'm saying? God has helped me help others. God has helped they help others. So it's like that's what you have to ask for. That's the things that you want to do, right? Because at the end of the day, you, like I said, you might be somebody's guidance. You might be somebody's like last video. You never know, bro. Just you have to spread your message and spread it in a good way and do
Yeah.
positive, bro. Do good. It's very simple,
Right.
man. It ain't hard.
Yeah. It really is. It really is simple to do good, bro. It's just when you do bad, you're gonna get bad, right? When you do good, you're gonna get good, like we always talked about. But yeah, bro. Like I completely agree. And a lot of the times, bro, like this might go over like a lot of heads, but a lot of the times, it be the ones closest to you that wants to do better. Like, you know, people, around your circle, they want to elevate with you, right? And they're gonna start holding themselves to a higher level. And if a whole friend group can change, like, think about that, bro. Like, if
Facts.
if, if one friend group all pray for the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, just keep striving because you never know who's. Also, that's another big thing too. Like, you never know who's watching, right? It could be, like we said, it could be somebody on their deathbed not able to type and say they watching.
Literally,
You feel what I'm
bro.
saying? It's
Literally,
so much
bro.
that like you don't know who you have an impact on, and especially like it's a bigger role, right? Like I said, I put my prayer for guidance because like the role I want, it's a big role, right? I can't be guiding people the wrong direction because I'm gonna be the first one to go to hell if I am guiding all these people to the wrong way.
Facts,
Like,
bro.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, God not gonna
Facts.
take them. He gonna take
To
me because
me.
they didn't know any better. They did what I did. So, you really just got to be truthful and honest and just know who you are. And like we always talk about patience, bro. You want to have beautiful patience.
That's facts, man. And honestly, bro, I got no other words, man. You got any questions? Any other words you wanna say?
Nah, that's
Nah.
it.
Shoot, what's your
Nah, that's it,
closing
bro.
words right now?
Thursday? Dang, man, it's
Thursday,
Thursday. Oh.
man.
My closing word is gonna be we what we in May, like the end of May coming. We in halftime now. You know,
Mid-May.
go to yeah, end of May. Go to the drawing board. You know, prepare yourself, make a new game plan, figure out what's best for you, and you know, come out of halftime, you know, strong. You know, you guys came so far. Everyone who's been watching, you know, we all came so far, and we all growing, and just keep praying, bro. Honestly, just keep praying. Just keep praying, and it's all gonna work out.
That's facts. I like that, man. And my closing words for the day, man. I'm gonna say, bro, we was talking about success and what else we was talking about today, man. And protecting your peace. So I say I kind of put both together, bro. Protect your peace while figuring out what success is. You know, who knows? Like I said, bro, success for us, we already feel successful. So if you don't feel successful, it's like you have to figure out what that is and protect that. Protect that vision that you have, protect the goals that you have, and actually pursue them. Don't just have these visions, these goals just lingering around the world, bro, because it'll go into somebody. I feel like sometimes, you know, you have a big dream, a big goal, and if you don't act on it, I feel like it goes to somebody else, bro. So you
Yeah,
know, if you have this goal, you have this dream, protect it and actually apply it so to your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, become successful, become the person that you're supposed to be, become that person, because you sit here and you do nothing, you won't become the person that you're supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? And you may, like we say, bro, you may be an inspiration to somebody else's life and you don't even know it yet. You may be the reason that somebody else makes it to heaven in the next 10 years and you don't even know. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but you starting today will allow you to be there for them when that time needs to be. You get what I'm saying? So that's my closing words for today, man. Protect your peace while chasing success. It is what it is.
I like that. I like that.
Thanks, man. Love y'all,
That's right.
boys. Love y'all, boys. This was episode 40. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Crazy to say, bro. This was episode 40, man. Life podcast will be back next Tuesday, man, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Love y'all, boys, man. Safety, Lou. Peace out. J-Rap. What's good, man?